What if the most powerful weapon in a high-level assassination wasn't a missile, a satellite, or even a spy on the ground? What if it was something you walk past every single day without even noticing? A camera, not a secret device, not cutting-edge military tech, just an ordinary surveillance camera mounted on a pole at a traffic signal, silently recording. Because in this story, the deadliest intelligence tool wasn't hidden, it was everywhere. This is the story of how a network of cameras and a concept called pattern of life allegedly played a crucial role in one of the most precise intelligence operations in recent history. February 28, 2026. At first glance, it looked like a routine military strike. Coordinated airstrikes, high-value targets, a clean hit. But beneath that surface was something far more calculated. This was not just a military operation, it was an intelligence operation, meticulously planned, layered, and executed with extreme precision. And at the center of it was Mossad, an agency known for one thing above all, that is accuracy. Not perfection, but close. Because operations like this don't rely on a single piece of information. They rely on layers, multiple layers of confirmation. And one of those layers came from something incredibly simple. A city with one of the largest surveillance networks in the Middle East, Tehran. Thousands of cameras installed for traffic control, public safety, and crime evidence. A system built to protect people. But according to investigation reports, the same system may have been turned into a tool of surveillance at an entirely different scale. Years before the strike, a silent infiltration had already begun. Cameras were compromised, feeds were redirected. Data was no longer just being stored locally, it was being observed continuously. But the goal wasn't to watch traffic, the goal was to understand people, their routines, their habits, and their patterns. Because every human being follows a pattern. The time you wake up, the route you take, the places you visit, the people you meet. It's predictable until one day it's not. And that's where everything changes. And this is what intelligence agencies call pattern of life. It is not about watching what you do every day. It's about noticing the one thing when you do something different. A man who never leaves his house after 10 p.m. suddenly steps out at midnight. A senior officer who always takes the same route suddenly changes direction. Individually, it means nothing. But when multiple people breaks their pattern at the same time, it becomes a signal. A quiet alert in a system that never sleeps. Something is happening, something coordinated. And that's when the system starts connecting dots. Who left? When they left? Where are they going? Who else is moving at the same time? And slowly, a picture forms. Not just for movements, but for relationships, meetings, decisions. Over time, this doesn't just create surveillance data, it builds a complete map of a person's life. Where they eat, where they go, even indirect insights like their health patterns, social circles, and behavioral shifts. All from cameras. And this mapping doesn't begin when someone becomes important. It begins long before that, years before. So when that individual finally becomes a high-value target, the system already knows them better than they know themselves. But even this is just one layer, because intelligence operations does not rely on just one method. They stack them. Surveillance cameras, mobile network tracking, human intelligence on the ground, each layer validating the other, each layer waiting for one thing, a green signal. And on that day, every layer aligned. Multiple high-ranking officials moving unusually, converging at a single location, a rare moment, a narrow window, and when that window opened, action was taken. What followed was precise, not random, not reactive, calculated. Coordinates were passed, timing was set, execution was clean, and just like that, it was over. What makes this operation so striking is not just the target, it's the method. Because in the end, a system designed to monitor traffic may have helped map the movements of some of the most powerful individuals in a country. That's the reality of modern intelligence. The smallest tools can have the biggest impact. But there's another side to this story, because the same systems that make cities safer also make people visible. Today, data doesn't just exist, It flows. Every step you take, every streets you walk through, you are being recorded. Not once, but dozens of times. And if the data falls into the wrong hands, it doesn't just show where you are, it shows who you are. This isn't just about one operation, it's a glimpse into a larger reality, a world where technology protects and exposes at the same time, a world where the line between safety and surveillance is thinner than ever. And that's something worth thinking about. But sometimes the most powerful systems are the ones hiding in plain sight.